the beachhead. Y'all got to the Abbey, um, the beachhead. Y'all just had a swarm of quippers at Fang's feet. And y'all just made it ashore. Y'all know that y'all have to get to the Abbey, which is at the center of the island. Does anybody need to take a rest or heal up at this point?
I'm just going to use my second wind. That's what I'm going to do.
I mean, if we want to take a short break, I could benefit from it.
You'll lose your flight though, won't you?
That's true. Never mind.
Are we on zombie sand still, or are we away from zombie sand?
How did Orville survive this fight with full health?
So there hasn't been any skeletal uprising where y'all touched, the beachhead. So at this point, not yet.
I'm going to take.
Is it like, are you like bad enough you need a rest, which is fine, or like will like a prayer of healing or something help you?
Who me? No. I don't. I'm good. I was just gonna say I would have got my pack slot back, and I mean I'm missing 9 hit points, but that's not nothing. I mean I'm good. I'm just saying I would have got like a couple things, but I'm good to go. I don't need anything.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're pretty low though, aren't you? Less than half.
Talking to me? Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just took a potion of healing, so I'm up to 29. So not too bad.
What's your max?
50. Not great, but not bad.
Yeah, I didn't think about my flight. I would be wasting it if we took a break. So that actually is not a good idea.
Yeah, because I could throw a prayer of healing, but like a lot of us don't need it. So let me just.
Yeah.
Can I just drop like I'll just drop like a second. Well, I'll drop like a second level like healing word for Nessa.
Let's see what I have.
And then Eddie.
Ed's fine. I don't know. Yeah. I got cut out a little bit there. I'm sorry, but Ed's fine. I might as well use it while I got it, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If not now,
I do have a potion of healing.
I'm missing 6 HP now after my second win. I'm fine.
Okay. What's Nessa looking like at this point?
How much was that? 6, you said?
7. It was a real shitty roll, but 7 points.
I'm up to 36 now, so I'll be okay because I can weave in and out, so it shouldn't be too much. If it gets real bad, I'll flag y'all.
I'll also give you. I have a potion of healing, a regular potion of healing.
Oh, really? Okay, that's fantastic. Thank you. Okay, perfect. Thank you very much.
On this travel up to this Abbey or wherever we're going, I'm gonna pull out my Pearl of Power and just say it's keyword of release just to get a second level spell back.
All right.
Actually, I have 2. I'm going to give you one of them too, because you're squishier.
Okay.
How dare you call her squishy?
Fang's gonna yell up to Higgs, "Hey, what? Do you see anything up there? Anything along the way that we should be looking out for, or you want me to send my Kovo up there too?"
Yeah, you can send him up too. Or that's not it. Yeah, you can send him up too. I don't know yet. So I'm gonna say that I'm like, let's say 25 feet in the air, and out ahead a little bit of the group to kind of scan the upcoming area that they're about to pass.
Didn't Orville cast Pass Without Trace or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe he did.
How long?
It's been
an hour, I think, right?
What reminds me, I looked up two things today. Well, I meant to look up the second one. A ruling that we got last time.
Mhm.
I got wrong, as I tend to do a lot. The ruling is when combat starts, you do get your reaction for the first time before your turn. Like you can use a reaction in the first round of combat before you get your turn. Now there was relevant rules that I had links to in the rule book that were supposed to break it down, like why that is or whatever. I did not look that far into it, but the aggregate was.
So you don't need to have your turn to get your reaction,
They say unless you're surprised.
right?
If you're surprised, you don't.
Because the surprise round literally says you don't get to use reactions during a surprise round if you're being surprised. That's
Yeah.
why.
Well, surprise is a condition. It's not like it used to be in the past. This like a round, but it's actually considered a condition. So, like, as long as you're not surprised, then you can actually take your reaction before your first turn in combat. Now, I didn't look into the actual wording of the rules to confirm that part, so I didn't see who it was that made the assessment. But it said that there was 3 rules that were relevant to that would tell you why. So I guess it would carry over because, like, I don't know if you cast shield and then it was go all the way through until your next turn. I don't know if that's what that means or not, but that's one of the things.
Well,
And then the other thing was holding an action while concentrating on a spell. And we said that it would break your concentration, but I think that's only if you're holding a spell.
No, it's
Is
any,
it-
it's
It's any action.
hmm
Huh.
All right. I meant to look that up because I thought, okay, all right, well. all
Yeah,
right.
that kind of sucks if you're concentrating. You were like, I'm gonna hold my attack until he comes out. Well, unfortunately,
Okay.
that
I was
does-
thinking it was just if you were trying to hold you were holding a casting skill, but okay. All right. That's
All
just
right.
what I wanted to clarify.
All right. So, you have to get to the center of the island, based off the map that y'all were shown. As you are going forward, what's the marching order? Are you sending out a scout, or what do you think?
Ed will be towards the front because he has AC.
Okay. And the password without a trace, Orville, what does that do?
It's a +10 to stealth rolls.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, you gotta be
Well,
what,
plus
30 feet?
Dexterity checks, but stealth specifically.
Mhm.
The wording on it's kind of weird. Never read that before.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send out. I'm sorry, I forget because it's been 2 weeks. Is Aquafina still alive?
I don't think you ever brought Aquafina out.
Yeah, I don't think you know.
Okay, well, I'm gonna bring Aquafina out, and I'm going to send her ahead like one of those mind sniffing rats.
Okay.
Huh.
Uh,
It's like
who-
poof. All right, well, there's one.
Put on you.
No, they're too light. They're too light. They don't set off the mines.
Who is Aquafina, for those that don't know?
Aquafina is my magical Drake friend.
And a copyright strike as well.
No, it's a dragon, not water.
All right.
I believe that's been trademarked.
Air rights.
All
Fair use.
right.
Are you going to commentate on Aquafina?
Can you elaborate?
You are gonna get sued.
Elaborate.
Cease and desist.
Yeah, pretty
Coca
much.
Cola's going to be. That's fine.
Pepsi,
He has,
right?
he has to change her name to Aquafona.
Yeah.
PepsiCo.
Sorny.
All right.
Yeah, no,
Aquafina is on the map. If you'd like to elaborate.
Well, my I have a draconic gift, and so I know how to speak draconic, and I can also summon this Drake.
And she's very.
And she's
cute.
my buddy. She's my pal.
She's really good
She's-
at
She does
Sacrifice.
kind of the heavy lifting of the two.
Much better at cards than Orville is. Much better at cards.
And
She's a real-
combat
And combat.
interactions
And social situations.
Orville is a vessel. I wanted to play a Drake the whole time. And that's
Aquafina
why.
is main character energy.
Yeah.
Like if there was a
Right.
main character in D&D, it would be Aquafina.
Mm.
Gonna go out ahead and in case of a ghost of Saltmarsh, as it were, to pop up.
Right.
Domino.
And if you haven't yet, please put your character's name on your token.
Sorry.
It's all right.
Zoom.
Can you spell it? O-R-V-A. Like that.
We should just start calling Orville Red. That's what we should do.
Oh, that's
Start
such a
calling him
good
Red.
idea.
Yeah, it's a much more
Butters.
badass name.
It is.
Butters. He's Butters.
Dumbass.
Yeah. Corvo. Yeah. Mhm. All right. So you're progressing towards the center of the island, which is the island of the Abbey.
Upon our phone.
Go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say when we've had first made landfall, or actually on our approach, I guess we had noticed
Oh yeah.
there was some I
Humanoid
don't
with
remember
bucket.
movement or something. Yeah, that was about a half mile to our
North,
west there, northwest.
gathering water. Yep.
So that's where we should go first. Because we know there's somebody over there. We can get the lay of the land,
well,
right?
Higgs is gonna slowly start to rise and start to head off in that direction to see if he can't get a better vantage point on that. But scanning this area first to see what I can see.
All right. Higgs, where you're at, you're gonna start to see and hear things coming out of the ground.
Oh,
All right.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
no.
We got what is this? We got bones incoming.
You're gonna see swarms of skeletons coming out of the ground.
Everybody on guard. I mean, I shouldn't really have to. That should
cool.
go without saying.
On guard.
It's
Like,
more
oh
for
shit, we're gonna
dramatic
fight.
effect.
Maybe they're friendly and they want to help us to get to the Abbey.
And go check. Go check.
Yeah.
Go ask them if they're friendly.
Or we'll go check.
Friendly
Speak with
skeletons.
bones.
This must be our escorts.
I mean, I would, but
Oh.
there's so many people in front of me. I can't. Yeah, I'd have to go past all you lovely people.
I'll throw you a thing if you want. I'll throw you if you want me to, man. You're small. I'll
Right.
beat.
I'll be right back. I'm checking on the old water patrol up here.
Being that there's bones forming and stuff all around you, in front of you, how about we roll initiative?
Okay.
Orville's time to shine.
What?
I said Orville's
Yeah,
time
right?
to
Was that a 10 I
Please.
saw,
shine.
Colin?
That happens
Oh,
to
yeah,
be
that's right.
my favorite enemy. Can I roll any checks about these guys?
They're
get
over
some-
there.
They're there.
Dead. Undead.
Bones? What are you trying to find out?
I don't know. Do they look friendly?
Did you want to know if
Oh,
we're
yeah.
boned?
Nailed it.
They are very displeased that you disturbed their sand, and they are growling and moaning like they want to eat you.
Great.
It's fair.
You ever been woken up from a nap and like really angry about it?
Every
I
day.
mean, but we're
Even
not
though
like the most
you-
appetizing group here. Like we're all very skinny. We're
Oh,
all
I've got a
very-
lot. Edward is jacked. He's jacked. He's huge. He's gigantic. Not gigantic, but he's healthy.
That's tough. That's
Totally.
tough there. No,
His
that's
strength
not
is an
good.
18. His bite, he's got fucking coconut arms. Like,
Okay.
not that. No, I changed my mind. That's so
Is
gross.
that?
What?
Never mind. Never mind. We'll
Here's
take that
lima
back.
bean
Roll it
arms.
back.
Coconut
Roll it
arms.
back.
Come
Got-
back.
It's got Popeye arms, just giant forearms, and it's tiny for everywhere else.
Yeah.
Arms
That
like
is when Gift of Gab would come into place.
Yeah. And that's
so,
one spell in real life I would love to have.
Skeleton swarm.
mhm.
All right.
So things are starting to come together. So as you're passing through, Ed, you are first.
Hooray!
Followed
Jack
by
guy goes first.
the swarms, Higgs,
+0 to
Or-
initiative, baby.
Orville, Indra, Nessa, Fang, and this kind of like weird skeletal formation further north.
Oh.
Extra
Ah.
weird.
How did
Mhm.
the rogue and monk go last? How did that even happen? Like, what the hell?
Yeah,
Did
and
you-
the zero
and I
dex
only
fighter
rolled-
went first.
I only rolled a
And the
9.
skeletons went.
Mm.
Yeah.
Don't think I wasn't tempted to use my inspiration.
Mm.
+0 to initiative.
Yeah, exactly. Look at the hell.
All right. Well, Ed is going. How far is this distance? Are the squares actually 5 feet again, or are they?
Yeah.
Okay. And there's swarms of skeletons, right? Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
Ed's gonna yell 5, 10, 15. Yeah. Okay. Ed's gonna yell YOLO, and just go up to the swarm skeletons. And on the way there, he's gonna look at Orville and go, "I should kill these, right?" And then, as Orville shoves cheese in his mouth.
Tell about undead thing says they're already dead.
And I re-kill them. I say from farther down the line.
I go nuts.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna boom some blades on the guy.
Serpentine.
Serpentine all the time, baby. Whack. Does a dirty 20 hits, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and then damage is 14. Jesus Christ! And then they take a D8 now because we're level 5, right? 2 as well.
Mhm.
All right, so they take 20 damage on the hit.
Whoa.
Nice.
If they move, they'll take.
Nice.
Someone's asleep at the wheel at D&D Beyond today.
You know what? I don't know why. I like Ed. Ed gets advantage on all his rolls. I won't tell the player though. It's fine.
Mhm.
All right. All
And
right.
that's all from Eddie. Eddie Bananas over here.
All right. So as they start appearing through the sand, as y'all continue to go kind of like east, northeast, Higgs, you're gonna see some bones kind of come up and kind of say hello.
Creepily, I'm
To
sure.
me,
Yeah. Mhm.
Oh no, you're flying.
well, I'm like 20, 25 feet in the air.
Oh, you are. Like,
Strike
can you
that.
put your height on your token?
I can do that.
I just put a yellow circle around the skeletal C so that if they do move, that's so I remember they have booming blade on them.
All right. Which does what for the folks?
When they move, they take an extra D8 of damage if they move
All
more
right.
than 5 feet.
If they willingly move.
Mm-hmm.
All right. 20 foot. All right. So you are up. So they are not going towards you. So they're going towards Ed. Thanks, Vic. Mhm.
Mhm.
All right. Going towards Ed.
Ed, you're about to get gangbanged.
This is fine. I'm like keeping the skeleton off me with my shield. Like
I hope
ah.
you like the bone.
You're boning me here, man.
Puns are endless.
All right.
There's just endless puns, really.
What's the matter with you?
Oh.
Trying to think of one without the word bone in it.
All right. So this skeletal swarm is going to try and just slash the hell out of Ed.
The fact that my token is covered by the skeletal swarm only makes it more like terrifying for me as the player that my character is like being overrun.
They can, in fact, do a swarm.
I am swarmed.
I feel swarmed.
Maybe not.
I feel a
Seven?
little swarmed here. A 7 now. No.
No. All right. B is going to. What's the height of Aquafina?
She doesn't fly, right?
About height?
Yeah.
She doesn't fly.
On the
Yeah.
ground.
Maybe 3 feet tall.
She's like a Komodo dragon.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All
Oh, that's a good way to think of it.
Hmm.
I hadn't thought of it.
B is going to do the same thing, try and slash Aquafina.
No.
Oh, for the love of God, not Aquafina.
Not Aquafina.
Yeah.
She's the main
Oh
character.
crap!
And Nessa and Indra all scream, "No, Aquafina!"
Yeah.
22.
No, please, Orville, please.
I'm supposed to manage my investments on Aquafina.
You could have reached Orville, goddammit.
Go for her. Go for me.
So
All
so her action is always the dodge action. So does that not count until her turn? Or unless I tell her otherwise, she is always
Correct.
gonna take
If you don't command her, she takes a dodge action as her turn. It's not been her turn yet, so she has nothing to do
Okay.
yet.
So
no one uses dodge. I have no idea how it works.
So you get
All right.
disadvantage. You have disadvantage on
Disadvantage.
attacks coming at you.
all right.
So well, you
How,
definitely
how about a 13?
oh no.
Oh,
Overall, I'll never forgive you.
How will we be any use in combat if Aquafina is?
True.
Jesus.
what is
13.
her AC?
Oh, you said you rolled much higher. Okay.
What is
I
her-
think her AC is higher than that, right?
What's her AC?
It's like a 4. Pulling up her stat sheet. It's 14 plus my proficiency bonus. So it's
Yeah,
actually-
so-
All right, you're fine.
He
So
definitely-
that's 4 missed. All right, you're fine. All right. C is coming in, trying to do the same thing towards Ed. Mm. Dirty 20.
The dirtiest of 20s.
Filthy.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that hits. I won't shield.
10 slashing damage.
Ouchie
skeleton.
wawa.
How is
Mhm.
everybody?
Mm,
Okay.
Ouch.
All right.
Oh, that one hurt.
Higgs, you're up.
Okay. So that separate swarm there is on a different initiative count than the rest of them, right? Is that
Which one?
the ones that are up north there?
A and C.
it's
The one up here.
Yeah, that's
one
one.
Yeah.
not identified yet.
Ah,
Yeah, but I saw it there, right?
Hmm.
Because I'm up in the air. And it was-
Did you give me a perception roll, please, sir?
okay.
did you?
Did you?
I'm so zoomed in on my
Yes.
map. I didn't realize there
15.
was stuff up top too.
You know something's up there.
Okay. Well, you guys have this covered, I'm sure, and I fucking move.
It's
I
in a pile
know.
of skeletons, literally a pile of skeletons. Yeah, we got this covered. It's great.
Alright.
It's great.
So let's
Stop
see.
fighting
here.
me. Stop.
Let's
Covered
see.
in bones.
I'm covered in bones.
10, 15, 20.
Bone daddy.
I get to here.
Mm.
And as he's up there, you see a couple hand gestures. And as it does, if you're looking, you'll notice that 3 mirror images of Higgs is now kind of rotating around him. It looks like 4 of them up there.
Mm.
And I'm moving around here. I guess I'll put that tag on here too, run out of space. But so he's also going to use his bonus action because his hex is still actually active.
Mhm.
So he's going to move his hex to this new group here, and they're going to hex their strength. So
Alright.
I'll put that in there. And that's going to be my turn.
All right. Oracle.
Okay. Oracle's gonna move the map. Okay, leave my damn dragon alone, please.
Mhm.
Oracle's gonna run up over here to Swarm B and start
Buttercup.
on daddies.
Buttercup. Butternuts. Buttercup.
Aquafina behind me.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna, as a bonus action, I'm gonna, I guess, command her to evade, and I am going to swing my rapier. Oh,
Nice.
25.
There you go.
Wow. All right.
Eat it.
Here we go. Oh,
Oh.
and there it is. That's 4 damage.
Good effort. Good effort.
We're gonna,
Mhm.
and does a 15 hit?
15 hits. Yeah.
Come on, money. That is all 9 damage.
Oh, that's
Okay,
better.
What
Oh,
type?
there you go.
4 and
What?
9 damage.
What type?
Oh, piercing.
Resistant. Half.
Hmm.
Nothing to pierce.
True.
Mhm.
Or
All right.
It just like bends, like the rapier is just like.
rattles. Like
It makes that
Mhm.
like that sound.
Mhm.
Mhm. Anything else?
no. And Aquafina is going to, you know what? No. Aquafina attack.
All right.
So that block.
She just like takes a femur and like runs away with it. And you're like, no, no.
Starts playing like "Come Get It," like
Yeah.
keep away. It's like you're not gonna get this.
No. No.
She is going to she's going to take a bite action. So that'll be 16 plus 3, so that's 19 to hit.
Yep.
And da-da-da-da. That's 2 plus 3, so that's 5 damage.
Type is
Bite.
bite.
It's piercing. Isn't it?
Yeah, it's piercing too. Damn it.
2. Resistant.
Hmm.
All right.
Does she get 2 attacks as well?
Mm,
You'd have to read the description. I doubt it.
I don't think
know
any
why.
companions get 2 attacks
no, probably not.
because artificers get like a steel companion, and that steel companion only gets 1 attack. And I know the Drake is very similar to a steel companion and how it's
Okay.
used.
Yeah, I'm only asking because I'm looking. I don't see it on the stat block, so I wasn't sure what the rules were.
Yeah, sometimes it'll be like multi-attack equals
Yeah, it'll say multi. Yeah, it
half
definitely-
of the spell level cast, but I know that's not a spell. But
yeah,
She's a person.
that's for like summoning, conjuring shit.
Mhm.
All right.
Anything else?
Nope, that'll be that.
Indra,
Yes.
you're up.
Okay.
These bones are starting to come up and form, and
You can't see Ed amongst all the skeletons. You just see
Yeah.
you just see her yelling in a pile of skeletons.
yeah.
Okay.
An axe coming up every once in a while.
You see Aquafina, this little drake, trying to fight these bones, and what do you do?
And
Save Aquafina! Save
That's probably
Aquafina!
who I'm more
Yeah.
worried about, really. I'm gonna take 25 foot of movement. I'm gonna get right where I can see the path split, and then yeah, I'm gonna do how much because I third level spells. I'm going to cast Spiritual Guardians.
Nice.
Mhm.
So and I'll put a circle up here. So 5, 10, 15 foot.
Like,
All right, my
save
cats are
Orville.
absolutely
Like, save Orville, because without him, we don't have Aquafina.
Yeah.
Just channel through me.
That's why, yeah. That's your get out of jail free card. Yeah.
That's his in. That's his in. That's what makes him. That's what makes him get kept
Oh,
around.
but cute companion.
I think that is a 15-foot circle. Somebody check, make sure I can count. So yeah, so I will cast Spiritual Guardians, and you will see what looks like they're not fiends. What's the other one? They're little
Angelic.
Fairies, fae.
Faye,
yeah, fairies. They're like little fairies, but I'm gonna skin it that they're just little waves. So you just see like little rippling waves all around as this dark blue kind of energy comes out of her, and now in a 15-foot radius. So
Mhm.
I'm gonna designate all of my people that are friendly to me, so they don't get hit by it. And then and they're going to be unaffected, so all the other creatures, when they're in this sphere, their speed is halved, and when the creature enters the area for the first time on a turn or starts a turn there, it must make a wisdom saving throw. So
Nice.
they're going to take some radiant damage. So
All right.
I will cast that, and wait for something to happen. That's it for me.
All
I'm gonna
right.
go. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and I'll go ahead and roll the damage, just so then when they get to their turn, then they got to make saves. We already know it, so I'll go ahead and roll the damage.
All right. What is it?
And they got to be a wisdom save of 15 when it gets to their turn, right? They don't take it on the initial casting, right?
Correct. It's
no, yeah.
start or move in for the first time. So if we had some type of a control to move them in and out, they'll take extra.
Mhm.
But I
21.
don't think we have that.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be on their turn.
Yeah, it's odd turn.
It's on a turn, yeah.
Okay.
It's just such a weird word. Like,
Yeah.
on a turn, yeah. I mean, there's obviously a distinguishing thing there, but
Mhm.
All
Okay.
right.
Yep. So when it gets their turn, they'll take some radiant damage on a pass or fail, and I don't have any bonus actions, so
What
that's it
is
for
the
me.
save?
Wisdom 15.
15. All right. 21. Rude.
well, they
All
don't
right.
take it yet.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't take it yet.
All right. Nessa.
Hooray. I think she's just gonna see all this shit going down, and Ed's like drowning in bones. So she's gonna
Too much calcium. It's too
too
much calcium.
Whoa. Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Vitamin.
she's run up by
Yeah.
5, 15, 20. I'm pretty sure she has enough.
Involved in the skullduggery.
Yeah.
Vitamin-
Love it.
Vitamin
Nice.
D.
Like they only drank milk.
So she's gonna run up
Mhm.
and do a
Who said skullduggery?
what?
Who said skullduggery? That was good.
She's gonna whack him with her quarterstaff.
Whack 'em.
Oof, 13 hit.
13 just hits.
nice.
Whoa, okay. I was not expecting that. A whole 5 damage, and that is, I guess,
To be
blood.
yeah,
blood-
for your staff. Yeah. Mhm.
They are vulnerable to bludgeoning.
Oh, wow.
So
Oh,
I
double.
thought that might be the case.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. So double.
And then she's going to do an unarmed strike. 16, I'm guessing does hit because 13. Oh, boo. 4 damage. So it's also bludgeoning. So it's
Mhm.
So
damage.
8.
Do they look like they're more brittle?
Are they bloodied?
Yeah.
Gonna be bloody, right?
They are bloodied more than before.
Okay,
That
that's
makes
fine.
sense.
That's
But
fair.
not
Every time I hit him, blood comes out. I'm so confused.
It's a dust cloud. that comes out.
more
How come these
more
skeletons are bleeding?
bone dust, but not
Yeah, it's a
bone
dust
blood.
cloud, like Pigpen now, like
Yeah,
circulating dust
Not-
cloud.
not blood, but dust.
Okay. That's
It
fair.
is a swarm.
And then she is going to. She's gonna back up. Next to Indra, and that'll be her turn.
All right. Fang.
Fang is going to move up, what did I say, 10 feet up here. He's going to see this swarm over here, and he is going to, let's see what components there are. Yeah, he's just going to, form his hands together, spread them apart, and then you're going to see 3 scorching rays, all aiming toward A, coming over here. So,
Mhm.
gonna aim with Scorching Ray. Here's the first one. 12. I think that misses,
12
right?
misses.
Yeah.
Yep,
Second
miss.
one is a 14
Hit.
for 3 points of fire, and the third one is 17 for
Yeah.
3 more points of fire damage. Shit.
So
So 6 total
All-
file, all to swarm egg.
swarm A.
Mhm.
All right. Okay.
And then Corvo is going to take 10 feet to go from over here, and the rest of its 40 feet, it's going to come down toward Swarm C and take the help action by squawking and go, "Ma, over here! Ma, over here!"
Okay.
Yeah, that's my turn. I don't feel like using bonus actions yet, so.
All right. So in front of you, Higgs, it's like a bunch of bones, or
Alright.
forming into a bunch of bones. Like, yeah.
Quite the
It's like-
metamorphosis there.
Those
Yeah.
bones are doing
Wow.
bones.
Bones.
It's like when a caterpillar goes into a cocoon and he comes out a caterpillar. Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
ready for that wordsmithery, all right?
Let me see if I can wrap my head around this concept. Hold on. Go ahead.
A
bony
bunch of
bones.
bones and forming into a bunch of bones, like skeletal.
Now, when you say
juggernaut.
bone,
Smaller bones are
Um,
making big bones, like bone Legos.
oh.
Making a bone
yeah.
Death Star.
So a bunch
bone.
of bones.
Is this like
Or-
Voltron or
Bone
Tron.
Bone Tron.
I think I yelled that too loud that my mic didn't pick up the beginning of it. I was like, no, bro, calm down.
Yeah, they're a form of a skeletal juggernaut.
All right.
That's going to be their turn.
All right.
Reincarnate
Ed, you're
losing their minds. All right, Ed, covered in bones and bone dust. He's gonna thank everybody who came over to attack those skeletal swarm A. He's like, Nessa, you're very good at fighting skeletons. As he bashes just one skeleton back and goes, Fang, that was a great shot. You missed the first one, but you know what? You try better next time. And Indra, good work. And then he's gonna attack another booming blade at
Quite the running commentary.
Slow down, that's a little too fast.
For the millions at home viewing.
And I had advantage on that because of what's his name, right?
Yep, for the help
Okay,
action.
cool. 22 because I botched the first one, and then Scabby Bop, and then Scabby Bop.
Comedy Bob.
I'm glad you like that. Come on, give me that second Bob.
Night.
12
Nine.
damage to the C.
Hmm.
Wait, who you targeting?
C.
What was the attack to hit?
22.
All right.
And then it was 12 damage with my booming blade.
You're within 30 feet of Aquafina, right?
Sure.
Add
Yeah.
a D of frost damage to that.
We'll be a 6, D6.
D6, yeah.
We'll be a frosty boy over here.
Passive abilities.
Total of 17 damage, 5 of it frost, the rest of it slashing.
Slash half.
Okay.
So what's the total?
6 and 5, 11.
11. All right.
And that's
All right.
my turn.
Okay.
Well, the booming blades thunder or lightning, but thunder.
Thunder.
Oh yeah, true.
So it would be 10 slashing, I guess 5, and then 2.
Battle
thun-
hex damage was 10, so that becomes 5.
Right.
Booming blade was a whopping 2,
2.
so that's 6 plus 5, so that's 11. Now the math worked out pretty well on that, huh?
All right.
12. 5, and 2.
12. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, 12 damage.
All right. A is going to
Bury the bone.
Gonna look at Abby like they did a lot of bad stuff to you. They definitely did.
A is going to move a little bit forward onto Ed, which make him deafened.
Oh.
Can't hear and automatically fails any ability check that requires hearing.
I'm gonna do
All
clap
right.
my ears.
Yeah, it's just like
Give you Wet Willie.
Yeah.
Probably a Dry Willie.
I was just about to say.
Oh God!
Like,
Imagine that nickname for an NPC.
Dry Willie.
Yeah. Welcome to Bob's
I've been
Tavern.
so
I'm gonna tell you right now,
upset.
that guy over there, his
That's
name's
gonna be-
Dry Willie. Do not talk to him. Do not.
10 to hit or to
That
slash.
misses. That
All right.
misses.
So, but they are on top of you. Okay.
I'm in the bone zone.
Yeah. B is going to move a little bit towards Orville. Give me a
B
Alright.
B needs to make a wisdom saving throw if he didn't, unless you're counting the one he already made.
all right.
What about A?
Yeah, A would have had to make it too.
Oh yeah, that too.
All right. Here we go. 3.
Heal.
What is it?
21 points of radiant damage.
Nice.
What?
Wow.
dang. Not a
Rude.
wise bone in their body.
Rude.
Hmm.
If bones could bleed, A is quite bloody.
If that isn't the title of the episode, you guys are messing up really bad.
If bones
bones
could
could
bleed. I don't know. I'm leaning toward Dry Willie.
The legend
The
becomes
legend of
better.
Dry
Dry
Willie.
Willie.
Yeah.
If Dry Willie's bones could bleed.
Free, free Willy. Free Willy.
Mhm.
All right.
Dry Willie, sworn enemy of Wet Willie.
Yeah.
Like spy versus spy.
Bill and Dry Willie. No.
All right.
Brothers.
All right. B. Orville, give me a odd or even.
Even.
It is odd.
Oh no.
He
You will
also
take-
has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Mhm.
All right.
A survived 21 damage.
8.
21 points of irradiant damage.
Damn.
Hell
Right.
yeah. Hell yeah.
Okay. 21. All right.
Now he may attack Orville.
And now you may hurt him.
All right. Oral.
With bated breath. What do you want me to roll?
You're out of
19 to hit.
Oh, damn it. Just hits.
Not half, so you take the full slashing. 4.
Owie.
Owie.
There's a little cut on the cheek.
Ew. All
Yes.
right.
I take
It
this.
was not.
Okay. All right. And C, we'll move a little bit forward. 10, 15. That's Otter Even.
Well, before you do that, I mean, it takes Booming Blade and Spiritual Guardian.
Oh.
Yep.
All right.
Some booming.
Zebooming.
One more thunder damage on C.
Wisdom save for me, please.
All right.
Also, did C move out of my donut?
Oh,
Oh.
I know we can't see it. They're on top of you.
Yeah.
I'm in there. I'm in there somewhere.
Can't believe Brett murdered these skeletons.
21 points of radiant
Wow.
damage.
Thus.
Ooh. For C.
Re-rolling that. I was just gonna roll it once for a turn if that is fair. I can re-roll it every time if you
No.
want me.
C is bloody.
Can I take my opportunity attack on C?
I can't even see you.
May I hit the bones, please?
Man, hit the bones, sir. Sir, can I just hit the bones?
That are on top of me as they crawl over me.
I like to imagine that when all the skeletons are dead, you just see Ed holding a ribcage as a shield and using another bone as a weapon, like trying to like. He has no idea where his shit is. It's just like survival.
You're
It's all 2 bones like a caveman. and
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, it's a ribcage as a shield and a fucking club.
technically under A.
Did they move out of my donut or no? If
It
they're
doesn't-
not, it's
I
fine.
mean,
No.
it looks like you're
Okay.
here, so
Yeah.
That's fair.
Not no.
Yeah.
It looks like you're here.
I mean, I was ready. You could see I was ready for the opportunity attack. You could see I was ready for it. But
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's fair.
next time.
All right. Higgs.
All right, so Higgs seeing this imposing figure here in front, and he makes his approach. And he comes down, and
Oh yeah, shoot, I forgot that person.
so as I look, I mean, there's just so it looks like one structure here. It looks like it's an actual like boss skeleton, let's say.
A bunch of skeletons.
Okay, well, because you had said, and it also says jug, like juggernaut. So I don't know if that meant like they actually
Juggalo.
come together. Yeah,
Give me a perception.
yeah. Okay. I mean, it doesn't really change what I'm going to do, so in one way or the other. But I was curious. Oh, you.
With us.
10.
You're getting
Ah,
that golden hour going on right now.
Yeah.
it's
Nonetheless,
bones. It's
okay.
bones.
Yeah, that's fine. Either way, he comes down and he's like, I don't know what you are, but nonetheless, I will rid this island of your nuisance. And he's gonna use booming blade here. And he has hex already on him. So there we go. It's a hit. It's lit. That's, are you serious? It slid across. Are you fucking serious, dude? 11, I guess, is probably not gonna hit, huh?
No.
No.
Dude, I can't believe it. The dice just slid across the fucking board.
And those digital dice.
I don't have nothing I can do either else. That's it. I'm done. That was my turn. Fuck.
Orville.
Orville, Orville's gonna swing. That's what he does. Da 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 da.
Oof.
8 doesn't hit. Da da da. Gonna swing. Da da da.
Mm.
19 hits.
Which, yep, of course.
And that'll be 5 piercing damage. Then we go, Aquafina, please. Attack these skeletons. And so
Am I wrong?
Aquafina is also gonna swing. Oh,
Whoa.
she's coming real close to crits. That'll be 22 to hit for Aquafina.
Mm-hmm.
Bing bang. Nice. 6 plus 3. So 9 piercing damage with her bite.
So half.
Yeah, half.
Mm-hmm. All right.
If Aquafina is a magical creature, does she inherently become a magic weapon?
Unless it says magical attacks or whatever for overcoming resistance.
It was more of a joke. I'm sorry. I apologize.
She's magic to all of us. That's what's important.
It's
Magic
in
in
our
our
hearts.
hearts. Yeah.
But yeah.
Magical in the hearts. Yep. Mhm. All right. Anything else?
No, that'll be it.
Indra.
Okay, so I got spiritual weapons still or spiritual guardian still up. Spoiler alert. I can cast another spell as long as it's not concentration, correct?
Yes.
Cool. I was 95% sure. Just want to be sure.
I mean, technically, you
then I
could
will
cast a
ca-
concentration spell. You'll just drop the first one.
Yeah, I don't. I do not want to drop my first one. I will cast just spiritual on spiritual up in here. I will cast spiritual weapon
Mm-hmm.
at 2nd level, not upcast. So I will cast spiritual weapon and then I will hit. C's right in front of me, so I will, or no, C's right in front of me, but A is hurting my friend. So I will take a swing at A. I want them to stop hitting my friend. Oh my gosh, those dice are rolling so slow. It's a 19 to hit,
Wow. All right.
and that is 8 points of force damage to A, and her spiritual weapon is a rolling wave that rolls in and gives a hit. So
Okay, we'll take all.
cool.
Mhm.
I like that the wave picture you chose looks like he has little arms. Too.
It kind of does.
Yeah, he's got a little wave face
I
and
like-
little arms like bad.
He's a little pugilist.
The hydro.
Yeah.
All right, and then I will re-roll my spiritual guardian damage, which is much shittier than last time. God, I rolled 2 ones. Oh no! They on their next time, if they fail their wisdom check, they will take a whole 5 points. of damage. That is
Okay.
that is so bad.
Just because you did 4 times better last time doesn't mean anything.
Yep.
Still have
Is
a
what it
main
is.
action though, right? Because spiritual weapon's a bonus,
And
We-
then I hit with spiritual weapon.
but that's part of casting it.
Oh, God
I mean, you can use it.
damn it. I
You can
swear
do
one
it.
of these times I will remember.
You can cantrip it up. Just stack on a little bit extra damage if you want.
Yeah, one of these times I swear I will remember that. I will hit C with a toll. Yeah, 'cause C's been hit, right?
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay. I will hit C. No, you know what? I'll still hit A because they're still hitting my friend. I will hit A with a toll de dead
Mhm.
All right.
wisdom save.
Oh yeah.
15.
Mhm.
Then they take 2d12. I'm going so slow.
There you go.
12 points of necrotic damage
Ooh.
to A.
How does that look?
Oh yeah.
So yeah, so after they get pummeled by the waves of the spirit guardians and the wave of the spiritual weapon, then just this like black energy comes over them and they just rattle apart and fall to dust.
Nice.
That's when you see Ed standing there like,
Yeah. What happened?
So,
Hi, Ed.
Hi. Thanks for saving me.
yeah.
I
yeah.
forgot
Oh.
you were here, honestly.
All I could see was bones.
Mhm.
Nice.
That's
Nice.
it.
All right. How about we take our break right here?
All right. Sounds good.
Coffee time.
And we'll see where the group wants to go next.
All right.
All right. See you in 5.
I'm up. A is down though, right?
Yep.
Cool.
Let me put a skull.
All right.
You're putting a skull on top of skeletons.
Oh God, they're stronger.
All right,
They've
cool.
coalesced.
Can I get Ed out of there? Or is he stuck underneath there?
Lots of undead beholder.
So
There you go. I can see him now.
attack C with her quarterstaff. 19 hits, I'm guessing, and
Mhm.
9 damage, so doubled to 18.
Tight.
Do I still need to make the second attack? Or is this thing dead yet?
Hmm.
Yes,
What type of damage?
it's bludgeoning, so it was doubled.
Yep. 18. Still up.
21 to hit
Nice.
for strike.
Yep.
12 damage.
12. How does it look?
Nice.
Since it's bludgeoning, it's just like bone meal now.
Hmm.
Nice.
Pal, wait to
Alright.
kiss her.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
She's like,
You
jaws
literally
are-
knock one of their blocks off.
yeah, exactly.
Bang zoom to the moon.
Zip,
Mhm.
bang, zoom.
It like lands on like another skeleton. And it's just like,
He's got two heads for a second. He's confused.
yeah, it's just hijinks all over.
Mhm.
One of them's got a skull in their rib cage. He's like, "Let me out! I didn't do it. I'm innocent."
All right. Anything
Yeah.
else?
Nope, that'll complete her turn.
Action adventure turned into slapstick comedy.
You just,
Yeah.
you just look over, and Nessa's like playing the xylophone on their fucking rib cage.
Bang.
Woo.
I don't know why. This is called to me. I don't know what it is.
So the only thing that's up is B right now, right? Well, in this area.
Yep.
Mhm.
All right. So Fang doesn't want to get any closer. He's good right where he's at. So he's going to send a fire bolt over at B. And that is an 11. You know what? I'm going to use my inspiration just because it does. Otherwise, it won't get used. Nope, that's worse. All right. I will. In that case, I'm just going to stay where I'm at, and Corvo is going to fly over here and just start squawking and using the help action again over on Group B over here. And that's my turn.
All right. So Higgs,
Uh-huh.
you start seeing bones form, going higher and higher,
Okay.
and keep going to a certain point and just start like hit a maximum and just like avalanche on top of you
Oh
Oh.
my,
of bones,
Okay.
avalanche of bones. Let's see if they hit.
Bone avalanche.
Why did
Boom.
Higgs run away?
Oh,
No,
this
no.
is an attack.
Avalanche.
Oh, I thought I might have to make a save.
Oh wait.
I don't know what's going. I don't know what you're doing, but
So let's see, recharge. So okay, so DC 14 deck save.
all right. I pass.
There you go. All right. Nothing happens.
Oh, all right.
Mhm.
Like a little hole, like the barn falling over, and the guy just goes right through the window. That's-
Yeah,
Mhm.
the
Mhm,
cutout.
mhm.
All right. Ed, you're up.
Fighting skeletons always turns into a slapstick, no matter what you do.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
It could be the most deadly combination of anything going on in the world, and it's always turns into slapstick. I know instinctually and in my heart that Aquafina is in trouble. So let's see. I think
Not at once.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I think I can get there because that rock is an obstacle, correct?
Yeah.
5, 10, 15. Does diagonal movement count as 10 feet, or do you guys only do sides?
We count it as
One,
regular 5.
2,
Yeah, that's fine.
3, 4. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And that's 30. I'd be in the same area as Aquafina and all them. And then I'll boom in some blades.
All right.
Boom some blades. I'm going to take a blade and boom it. Boom, boom. So that was a 24 to hit. So that's going
Wow.
to be 4 slashing damage and 5 thunder damage. So 9 damage altogether. And then I look at Aquafina and say, "Are you okay?" And then I look over and say, "Horrible."
She's gonna say something almost sounds guttural to you because she can only speak Draconic. So
I speak to her.
I'm gonna give you that thumbs up.
That's my turn.
That was B.
Yeah, because B's the last one up, right?
Yeah.
Yep. All right. All right. Okay. Okay. A down.
Wisdom saving throw for B, please.
Yep.
Careful, it's going to take a whole 5 points of damage if it fails.
There's a big stakes roll right now.
All right. 14.
5 points of radiant damage.
A B.
All right. Gotcha. All right. 3. Mm. Ed,
Yes.
odd or even?
Even. Always even. Every time.
Ed, you will take the attack from B.
Roger, Roger.
Slash. Ooh, 21.
21 hits.
Hmm.
Roll low.
17
Ow.
slashing.
Ooh.
Ow! All of my skin. Ow.
Oh. All right. Goes to C. Nessa, odd or even?
Odd.
It is even. You will take the attack.
I thought C was
Dead.
Yeah.
You
All
thought.
right. Oh.
Re
that wrong?
It
undead.
is.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's when
my
the fight
bad.
turned into slapstick.
Yeah.
My bad. All right. C's dead. All right. Higgs, you're up.
All right, well, he's gonna try this again here. Swing with this booming blade. Come on, don't give me no bullshit. I think that'll work. 23 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so it takes. This is going to be slashing damage. 10 points. So as like, well, I don't know. Is it have resistance to slashing?
So slashing is, yep, resistant, so half.
All right, so it takes 5 slashing.
Mhm.
It's going to take this and booming blade damage. And then this and necrotic from is that a 1? So 5 points. Yeah, that's it. 5 more points on touch. So 10 points total. Assuming it's not resistant to necrotic or thunder.
Mm, no.
All right. Oh, and then Higgs is going to back up and also rise up 10 feet in the air. So it can take an opportunity attack, I suppose.
Mhm.
If is it going to? Because if I'll make this roll for the mirror image.
Wonderful.
Alright, so it targets the image.
Nice.
All right.
So image has got a 13 AC.
Yep. All right.
Did it? I don't. Did you roll? I don't see any rolls.
For
It was
what?
take. It was taking an opportunity attack, right?
Let's see. What were you doing again?
I was backing up and going up 10 feet in the air.
Oh, all
So
right.
it's backing up 10 feet and also raising up 10 feet.
All right. Yep. Let's see. Mhm. Oh,
Oh, whew. Huh.
Mm.
All right.
mhm.
Bye bye, mirror
Two
image.
images,
Or
yeah,
one of
2
them.
more images. I have 2 images left now. All right.
All right.
I'm done.
All right. Horrible.
Ready for me?
Yep.
Okay. Sorry, I wasn't sure we were still figuring that out. Bring the map back down. All right. I'm gonna go ahead.
You all right, Brett?
Yep.
Yeah, because I thought you heard me say my name before too when Higgs was still trying to figure his stuff out. All right. We're gonna swing it. Swarm B again. Man, I'm getting really good with these hit rolls.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And that'll be 7 piercing damage. Have
All right.
16 hits, right?
Yep.
That's 8 halves, so 4. And I'll be like, Aquafina, give a little bite. And Aquafina bite.
Just a little nibble.
Nibble.
Mhm.
Does a 13 hit.
Yep. Just.
And that is 1 damage to piercing. So if you half point of damage, I guess that's what she does.
Just a flesh wound.
Yeah.
Gnawing
Well,
on a bone.
or-
It's fine.
Yeah, not a flesh wound. It's an enamel.
What is the total?
Total.
13.
You want to look at mine so you can see?
6.
Yeah,
All right.
Yeah, 6.
3. Yeah.
Yep.
7 if you count the 2 halves. I don't know how that works. Like the 1 half would be half, which would be rounded down would be 0.
It would be both zeros. Yeah.
Just resting its
Fine.
teeth.
Mhm.
All right. Indra.
Okay. So I can move my spiritual weapon 20 feet
Mm-hmm.
as a bonus action. Can I move it since it's like spiritual? Can I move it across this rock? Is it like have to raise it up, move it over? Can I just like, since I can see both, can I just like move it across? Do you think?
Good question.
See why not?
Like, I mean, it's like not corporeal, it's like incorporeal, right? So I didn't know if I could just like move her like straight across here, or if I had to go like around,
No.
if I had to go like up.
It's
No.
it's like a rolling rock.
Yeah, go.
Okay. Then I will, because it's just
Rolling
at 20 feet.
rock.
So I will move my spiritual weapon for my bonus action. I will stand there for my movement and I will swing away. Wash away. Oh.
Wash away.
Come sail
Oh,
away.
no.
Okay. There you
That
go.
would be a natural 1
Oh,
or an
No.
8.
all right.
I don't know how you roll how do you roll on a fumble chart for a spiritual weapon not in my hand?
All right. Give me a minute.
I'm just gonna re-roll the spirit guardian damage while we wait. Almost just as shitty. Right, a little better. 12.
So what, the first time would you roll like 3 7s or an 8 8 6 or something?
An 8, 6, and a 7.
Yeah. Whew.
Yeah, it was sweet while it lasted.
It did some chunky damage.
Mhm.
All right. D100.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
Just gonna be
Oh.
pigs in this pile of bones left there.
That's
Ooh.
almost as high as you could go. A 98. I'm sure that's good.
Yeah, there's no problems in extremes. I know.
Extremes aren't bad.
Spell targets caster self. If it is a damage spell, treat hit as critical spell times 2 damage. If caster already was target of spell, it fails and player re-rolls again 2 times.
You get hit with your own tidal wave.
Mhm.
And double the damage.
A
It's
critical,
critical.
yeah.
So
Mhm.
cool. Cool.
It's gonna pass out from the wood.
Well, and I'm gonna drop my goddamn spiritual guardians for myself.
Oh
so-
yeah, you're gonna have to end up making a roll. Yeah, you have to roll
Mhm,
against
mhm.
that.
Yeah. Yep. Cool.
So you got to roll your own damage.
Oh man.
Good. You know. Oh, good. Hey, only 8 points of damage.
There you go.
Yeah, you got a
So
one.
then
in
I
there,
just-
yeah.
I just have to roll above a 10 on my
Yeah.
constitution.
Mhm. Yeah, it's not bad. That was a lot less than.
Yeah.
It could have been far worse, but I rolled a 3 and a 1. Is it a Constitution saving throw? Right?
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
us warcasters get advantage on that throw.
Mhm.
I know.
More.
Are you shitting me?
Oh,
Oh
wow.
my God.
Oh, that
Oh
sucks.
no.
You don't have any way to the bonus it, huh?
Dang.
Look, if you're gonna roll that low, let me know. I'll use my potent dice. All right, I got 11 still.
No, no, I don't. I don't have any way to correct that. That's cool. I shouldn't have jinxed myself. That's fine.
Only
I
one
get-
pile left, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make a 10
I get
out of-
rebuffed by my own way. Just so the wave must redirect over here to me. So well, bam, and then I drop concentration because I'm so distracted by my wave hitting me.
All right.
Hmm.
That's gonna be it for me.
All right. Nessa.
Cool. So this is still happening over here. So she's gonna move towards Skeletal Swarm B. I think 5, 10, 15, 20, 20. Oh yeah, that's totally fine. All right, cool. She's gonna bonk. Do a bonk. Oof.
Mm.
Not getting that bonk. That was a 12. Go in for an unarmed strike. Oh my god. I got a natural. Shits. So it's 6 in total, but I rolled a natural one.
Oh,
Might
melee.
I suggest not rolling a 98?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to avoid the
Mm.
at least.
Quit hitting yourself. Quit hitting yourself.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Do you want 100?
A 3.
Only 50 on straight.
That's almost the polar
That is the
opposite.
reciprocal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Easy.
Give me a deck save.
I
You can do that.
Yeah.
You do
I
that.
hope so. I hope so.
Got
Come on.
this.
Ooh, nice.
What?
All
Oh.
right, you're fine. You don't fall prone.
So yeah, it was like right on the
Mhm.
edge. I guess it
Yeah.
went with the lower number. That's not-
Thanks, D&D Beyond.
Good thing I got a. Oh,
On this screen, it looked like a 17 plus.
Yeah.
Just throwing that out there.
All right. Fang.
How does Swarm B look? Does it look like it's on death's door again? Is it looking bloody
again.
or dusty? I don't know. Bone dusty. I don't.
Give me your perception where you're at.
Perception. 12.
Yeah, it's about gone.
Yeah, all right. So I want to finish this off. I'm going to just say some more words, some actions, and
Do some
some things. And no, it's very generic in description, and I'm just going to send all 3 magic missiles its way.
Oh,
Terrible damage. 6 force damage.
I'm gonna go through some emotions.
Like damage should have hit harder. Come on.
force, it's gone.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Repressed memories will surface.
All right.
And I'm just gonna go. Where did Hicks go? Is he by himself? Let's just go after him, I guess. Help him. And then I'm gonna take some movement. Yep. 30. Here's 30 feet. I assume he's up here, and I'm gonna send. Where the hell's Corvo at?
He's buried in the. I think he's near the skeletons.
Yeah, there he
like-
is.
yeah.
I'm 10 feet in the air. I don't know if that's going to be high enough to see me over whatever this little ridge thing is here. But
Yeah, I'm gonna send Corvo that way, and that'll be my turn.
All right.
I didn't calculate that, but I'm sure that's good enough for movement.
All right. Higgs. this accumulation of bones in front of you is going to move forward towards you
Okay.
and just kind of like form a wall and just kind of like come over towards you
No,
Okay.
not
like an
ball.
Oh no, I
avalanche.
rolled the wrong thing. Hold on, that's not 20. Hold on. I gotta roll this damage for booming blade
All right.
because it was still holding there. 2D. Is that another fucking one?
Mm.
Look at this shit. So 4.6, 4 points of thunder damage.
Catching
All
up
right.
from last week.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, all the fucking
Seriously.
all the rolls from that one shot are wasted now. So what you said it made a wall in front of me?
Yeah, so an avalanche of bones is going to start to form above you and just
I
start to
no, I
come
have 10
across
feet in
of
the
you.
air. Is that gonna change that at all? Or
So it might be a frontal assault of bones.
okay.
All right.
Mm.
So
Them bones again.
oh, give me a DC 14 deck save.
Okay. Oh, it moved right at the end. You fucking bitch. No, I failed.
Hmm.
Balls.
Oh, all right.
No bones, but close.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Uh,
like,
9 bludgeoning as this avalanche starts pummeling over you.
all right, 9.
Oh, that could have been bad.
All right.
Okay.
Eh,
No, I gotta make a concentration save too. But is there more to that, or
no.
okay? So I need to make this with advantage.
All right.
Advantage. Would you like some advantage?
Look at that. There's the fucking 20, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
9.
a little hex stays up. All right.
All right. Ed, you're up.
Okay. I'm just gonna look around and go, Higgs went that way, right? And if anybody answers him, that's good. But I'm just gonna move.
yeah.
I think this was about 60 feet. No, 30 feet.
You would hear the
then-
booming blade going
Yeah.
off too.
Boom, 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 boom. And then I think I have a clear line of sight. I am going to try and use a spell again, and hopefully my spell might hit 60 feet of range. That's 35. All right. I am going to make a really good attempt at hitting the bone wall with a ray of frost. We'll see how this
All
goes.
right. All right.
I probably missed. I got a 10.
Ooh.
Oh,
Two.
Goes wide.
Nope.
And Ed just looks at the hand and goes, I'm going to figure this out. Who he says that to, nobody knows. Like, he just says it out loud, but he's like, I'm going to figure this out.
Damn near a bone door from the way we were trying to hit it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That is Ed's turn.
All right. Higgs, you're up.
All right. Higgs is gonna raise because all right, so it's a swarm, but so it takes up 10 foot, but it's not 10 foot high, right? Or no, well,
So-
wait a minute. Actually don't know what this is. It's a wall now, right? Is that what's going
So-
on?
It is large. It is a. Let's see.
Well, either way, I'm gonna fly up. I have plenty of movement to fly up over top of them and to get behind them.
All right.
And then I'm gonna boom and blade attack them. Is that? With something? What is that? Another? What is that? A fucking 5? There's a 12 hit.
No.
God damn it, dude!
They're so evil. That laugh.
He's just glad
Oh.
people are rolling bad like him.
Yeah.
And
He's
like
like,
I
"It's not-"
said, the natural 20 to save my fucking concentration, but then I roll a 5. Oh, that's it. I'm done.
All right. Orville.
Orville's gonna take his 35 feet of movement onto this rock, and then gonna cast. Remembers now that he's not
Spider-Man.
He's not just a Piercy boy. He has
A piercing.
magic. So I'm gonna
All right.
cast frostbite on.
Bo-
There's a lot of
Bony?
yeah. I was gonna say there's a lot of letters under that. The big old bone boy,
Big ol' bone boy.
and
Oh, wow.
he needs to beat a con save of 13.
The bone juggalo.
All right. Con
Ju-
save.
Wait. Kind of bad. Yeah.
11.
So he fails, and so he's gonna take 2d6 frost damage,
All right.
and that'll be 9 frost damage, and also do.
Is there we can't regain hit points?
He has disadvantage on the next weapon attack roll
Oh, that's what it is.
he makes before the end of his next turn.
Okay.
So there you go.
All right. Indra.
Feeling very bad and not understanding what happened because she understands so little of what happens to her. I'm gonna take off. Like, I like to think it's like a hurried sprint, but like she doesn't know what she's doing. It's more like I guess we're wandering this way. Where'd my spirit guardians go? I don't know. Not a good reason to take Warcaster. And then that's my movement. As a bonus action, I'm going to move my goddamn wave 20 feet. And then that puts me, I got a pretty good line of sight. Puts me within 60 feet of that guy. And then I'm getting very low on spells. I'm just gonna cast. I'm just gonna Toll the Dead on the big ball of bones. Wisdom save 15.
All right. 12.
Aha.
Nice.
He has taken damage, so 2d12. Ooh, stay on that 11. Stay on that 11. Don't roll to a 3. There we go. 20 points of necrotic damage.
What?
Him. Yeah. Rolled really well.
All right.
And movement action bonus. Yep, that's it for me.
All right. Nessa.
Cool. She gets 50 feet of movement, I believe.
Oh, she's just gonna sprint past us.
Yeah.
Us common folk. We're like
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
You ever seen Kung Fu Hustle?
Yes, I freaking love that
I
When
do
movie.
she's running, yeah, that chase scene when her running and shit.
So good. So good. Oh man, I gotta watch that now.
Mhm.
All right. So she's gonna go there and she's just gonna make a ranged weapon attack. See how this works out. 18 hits, I'm guessing.
Yep.
I'll stick. 5 points of what is this? Piercing. And then I can make
Alright.
2 ranged attacks, right? That's allowed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, as
Just
long as
making
it doesn't have the loading property, which
Cool.
it doesn't.
No.
Well, you couldn't really actually draw the second one because you had to draw the first one.
So should I? So it's only one then.
Yeah, that's where the. I mean, that's the. I mean, the ruling that is what it would be because you had to draw the first one to throw, and then you can only draw once.
Alrighty.
If you
So-
unless you had the throwing fighting style, then that lets you draw and probably as
Mm.
part of the attack. But
Gotcha. In that case, that will be my turn.
All right.
Really don't want to get too close to this thing. So
Dang.
All right.
or
So
if you had the dual wielder feat, you would actually be able to make 2 draws too. That's another way you could.
Fang's gonna take his movement. He can't really see anything, so he's going to take the dodge action just because. Yeah, that's fine. He's gonna send Corvo. I think I measured this correctly. 15 and 25 makes 30, 40 feet. Yep. So he's gonna go. Corvo's gonna go up, and he's telling him to do this. And he sees him. And he's like, he's gonna go over to the skeleton wall, and he's going to take a fey poop on this skeleton juggernaut wall, and do the help action.
The help action.
Yeah.
Sure.
And
Definitely is.
that will be my turn.
Fey poop.
Fey poop.
All right.
It goes through the action, just none of the salidness of it, but you know.
It's like painting a target.
Yeah.
All right,
Lasering
all
it, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So okay. All right, 2 claw attacks from the skeletal juggernaut. On Higgs.
Okay, I gotta make. All right, I gotta make 2 rolls here.
All right.
Let's see. Look at that, a fucking 20 for the mirror image roll. All right, so the first one targets the mirror image for sure.
All right. Second.
Well, did it hit?
Yeah, still has to swiggity swing.
Be the 13.
25.
Okay, so then it doesn't even hit the image. So I gotta roll again. Is that another 20? Are you fucking serious?
Oh my god.
That is
This is
absolutely
crazy.
awful.
All right, so yeah, it targets it again. Oh, man. What
Oh.
a joke.
Best use of mirror image ever.
Mhm.
Absolutely no idea which one is Higgs.
All right. So
It's a 13.
So
Did it hit?
Yeah.
oh, I'm sorry. Nope.
Oh, all right, so it's still up. All right, both.
So you got what? 1, right?
One's missing.
Didn't the 25 hit the first one? Or first hit?
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that that was a hit.
Well, it's a 25. I would,
Well, I'm saying I didn't even hear it announced.
Okay.
I mean, I didn't have it pulled up, so I didn't see it.
So 25 to hit.
All right, so that one hit. So, all right,
So
yeah, I'm down to
11.
1 image.
All right.
Yeah. Well, you can't even hear a hidden mirror image. I got to hit swing and
Nope.
miss.
Nope. Oh,
I mean, all you gotta do is make a little bit of contact and it's done. But
Mhm.
Nope. All right.
Roll 2 20s in a row and missed on the attacks. Oh,
Mm.
so gross.
it's your Aquafina.
Yeah, I do.
Your mirror images are, yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
All right. Ed.
All right, Eddie boy's ready.
Make it
All
make
right.
a save. Make it.
Yeah.
Ed is going to run up by Nessa, and that uses all of his movement, and he's going to attempt at another ray of frost. Is what he's going to do.
No.
I don't have anything to make saves because my intelligence is low, so I was like, I'm going to avoid save spells. Fuck
Missiles, magic missiles.
What do we need to hit him for? We need to hit him. He's
No,
got
I was 'cause
concentration?
I was just trying to preserve that help action for me
Oh,
for my attack. No, no.
oh,
I'm joking. Do what you want.
Yeah.
Do what you want.
yeah, I don't want to take your fucking fuck that. I'm magic missile. Fuck it.
No, dude.
No, it's too
no,
late.
dude.
It's too late. I just got to read how magic missile works.
They've already went up at you.
All you gotta do is roll a d4.
Yeah.
It definitely sounds like a little like sparkler coming off.
It's a snake, and you light it and it grows and grows. Oh.
3 force damage, baby.
Yeah. All before you cast it, you have to give Aquafina like a half a Benadryl so she doesn't get scared. Firework.
Scared than me.
I'm sorry, you have to give Orville half a Benadryl.
No, I mean you did 6 points of force damage there.
Yeah.
Better than 0.
Mhm.
That's
Mhm.
They tried.
So- That is a magic missile over at the Big Bone Daddy,
Yeah.
and it was 3 points of force damage. So there we go.
All right.
Well,
6.
yeah.
what
It
did
takes
you
double
roll?
force damage.
Yeah, it's your die roll plus 1 times 3.
Oh.
So each one of them does 2 points of damage, and there's 3 of them. I mean, unless you want to hit Higgs, and then
Oh no! I was just you said roll a d4, and I was like, all right, let's go roll 1 d4 because this is my first character with magic missile. And I have absolutely no proficiency with it personally.
And it's,
Yeah, you
it's
just
weird
roll-
because it does like it only makes the it should times it by the 3.
Well, you think we'd roll 3
Missiles, but
d4s then,
doesn't.
right?
Yeah.
That's how
doesn't.
most people play it, but like the actual rule is once.
Yeah.
It does it actually matters to an evoker wizard once they get their I forget what the ability is called.
because
but,
that adds your intelligence, right?
yeah, and it'll add it to each one. Yeah. So and then if you upgrade, so it
Got that
actually
2C
adds a
plus
big
1.
damage boost for evokers.
All right.
Well, it says it deals 1d4 per, like a dart deals 1d4. So I mean, if you wanted to roll 3, I don't see why you wouldn't roll 3, but 1's easier. Anyway, that's Ed's turn. It's Higgs, I believe, next, right?
All right. Higgs. Yep.
Yeah. All right. Cool. All right. So here we go. 2 1s I'm about to roll.
No.
Yep.
Natty 1.
No.
Come on. Yes. Fucking right. Yeah.
There you go.
Motherfucking
Nice.
right. Yeah. All right. So,
Didn't even need the advantage.
yeah, that's right. So, all right. So this is slashing here.
All right.
16. So 8 points of slashing. And then I got to roll blade.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right. Then it takes 13 thunder damage.
Nice.
And then where's that? And then this much necrotic. 9 points of
Ooh,
necrotic.
nice.
Oh. All right. Okay.
It's still up, huh? All right. Okay, so I'm going to fly up 15. Yeah. I'm gonna fly up 15 feet in the air and then back up 5 feet to there. So if it wants to take an opportunity attack, it is the opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Let's
its
see.
prerogative.
All right. Claw.
All right, here comes. I'll make my image attack.
Nope.
11, which is. Oh, it didn't hit anyways.
Nope.
All right, still got one left. All right, that's it.
All right.
15 foot in the air.
Orville.
All right, Orville's gonna go ahead and you know what? I will get closer. So I'm gonna trot up here by Nessa and Ed, and I'm gonna cast Frostbite again though. So con save at 13.
All right. How about
Ooh.
a nat 1?
Ooh.
Unfortunate.
For him.
Yeah.
Hmm.
The bone.
Oh shit.
Ooh, nice. So that'll be 10 frost damage,
All right.
and again disadvantage on weapon attacks. And I'm gonna go Aquafina. Go bite this guy. Why not? And you're basically immortal. Get in there. And
Mhm.
she's gonna
Alright.
give a bite.
Take a bite out of the wall.
Mhm.
Does a
Gang,
not even gonna. I'm assuming a 9 does not hit, so she's gonna miss that.
No.
Mhm.
Anything else?
Nope, that'll be it.
You don't get out of there.
Andra.
Was he though? No.
Oh. Yeah. Fuck. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to take. I can count. I'm going to take my 30-ish foot of movement. And then I'm gonna do I want to do two kind of weird things. So as an action, I want to Eyes of the Grave. So
Alright.
as an action, I know the location of any undead within 60 feet of me
Mm-hmm.
that aren't behind total cover and that aren't protected by divination magic until the end of
Alright.
my turn.
I have a feeling you're gonna get a
So-
hit on this.
Other than the big guy,
All right.
Of the invisible
there-
undead.
is there any more undead within 60 feet of us that I can sense?
Let's
Nope.
say below ground area.
No.
Any more crawlies in the sand or anything?
No.
Okay, even
Mhm.
from that cave over there, because that would be
No.
Yay.
You can see through loosely packed sand.
No.
Okay, so that's my action, and then as a bonus action, I'm going to they've got this guy. I got to do some clericy things. I'm going to grip my holy symbol, and I'm gonna whisper a quick prayer, and I'm going to harness divine power, and I'm
Alright.
going to I'm gonna use one of my channel divinities to regain a second level spell slot back,
There we go.
Nice.
All right.
just in case my eyes of the grave don't see anything
So
in
in
the
case
next
they're
round.
65 feet away.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That way I can gain a second level spell back. I don't have to
All
take a
right.
and that's it for me.
Nessa.
I'm gonna run up and then just give Aquafina a quick little scritch. Be like, you're doing great. Keep up the good work.
Mm.
And she's gonna do a bonk or attempt. Hooray! 21 to
There you
hit.
go.
Yeah.
6 damage.
And a D6 of fire.
Of,
Or I mean of frost.
you add a d6 of frost.
Mhm.
So that's going to be 6 bludgeoning plus 1 frost damage.
Oh,
Mm.
all right.
And then unarmed strike. Ugh. Does a 15 hit?
Yeah.
Cool. That is
So
5 bludgeoning.
so how much total bludgeoning?
So let's see. Hold on, I have to open this up. Sorry.
11, right?
11 bludgeoning.
All
And
right. Double vulnerable.
Nice. And then 1 frost damage.
All right. So 23.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Nice. And then she's going to moonwalk back a few steps.
If bones could bleed, they'd be bleeding.
Nice.
Mm.
All right.
I mean,
Anything
there's
else?
like bone like marrow in them,
They're
right?
like
So maybe it's
bruise.
just like
Yeah.
Yeah, I
marrow.
mean,
Make a
Depends
soup.
depends on how old the bones are, right?
Yeah.
yeah. Anything else?
Dry Willie's bleeding bones.
How does that feel? So
No, that's it. What? Bones bleeding?
no, like dry bones.
That feels pleasant?
Are you a dog?
What?
Are you a dog?
No,
Like an
I mean,
actual animal dog?
It is
Let's
the
take a
it is
left
the full
turn.
moon. So
Mm,
the lack of
Mm.
me and my zoot suit and my
Anyhow.
all right. All right.
Dry bones
Fang.
aside here.
Fang's gonna take 5, 10. Oh, there's a wall of skeletons over here. Let me send a firebolt at it. Hopefully this one hits. No, it doesn't. All right.
No. No.
Ed gets ready to yell, "You got this, buddy!" And then you go whiff, and he's like, "Yep."
So I know it actually can attack, but Corvo is going to take one of the bones in this wall and like pick it up and kind of like start like bashing at it and do the help action again.
Nice.
Yeah, that's my turn since I keep missing, just whizzing by. I can't hit the broadside of a skeleton wall.
I know how you feel, buddy. I know how you feel.
You would think it would be easier. Look at all the mess it takes up, and I still can't. Whoa!
So big.
I'm leading it too much.
You gotta take the wind into the less account. That's what I did. I thought there was a stronger wind and it went.
All right. This skeletal juggernaut will kind of move its way towards Nessa.
All right. So
Um,
take 2 d8s of thunder damage.
All right, go for it.
Here it comes.
Give me a second there.
Will you look at that?
Oh my god.
Hey, slow down. Leave some
2
skeleton
points.
bones for the rest of us.
Unreal.
Oh my god. It's
I
bullshit.
rolled a critical hit last time. I'm not going to complain.
All right. What was the total?
The 2.
Nice.
I wish that was the last 2 and it just crumbled.
Mhm.
Hmm.
That'd be sick.
Like just from knocking on it.
All right. 2 claw attacks to Nessa. Hmm.
Bring it on. Come on.
This is like the most dangerous one for these bones because she's always doing like
I
critical,
know.
like weak, like she's hitting it for a weakness. Monks are made to fight skeletons for some reason.
All right. First one. 21.
That does hit, yes.
Ooh. Flashing 12. Second one 17.
Yes, 17 hits.
Flashing.
I'm like, enough of this shit, you fucking wall, and I just cast Silver Barb.
Oh, thank
All
you.
right.
It's got thunder.
13.
Does not hit.
All right. So you take the first one.
I think he's gonna be selfish with his advantage.
That's totally fine.
Really wasn't even gonna ask.
Yeah.
Just assumed.
All right.
Well, there's still a help action, so Ed's gonna get an advantage too. So
There you go.
All right. Ed.
Alrighty. Big Skelly Boy isn't within range of Ed running now, so Ed's just gonna go run over here, say excuse me to Aquafina and Nessa. Thank you. Get up to his bone wall, and he's gonna make a booming blade on it.
All right.
Ba-ba-da-ba, scabba-da-ba, yabba-da-ba. And I have advantage because of Corvo, right?
Well, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Did I see it worked? It was a nat
There you
20
go.
this time. Ha ha ha.
Hey.
Thank you, Corvo. See, what it was the rhythmic beating of Corvo hitting it with a little
Yeah,
bone.
it's the meta.
It
It's
was
a
just-
predator gnome.
Yeah, he made it the tiniest little crack, and Ed was like, "Oh, there it is." Yeah.
I see my opening. Go for it.
All right,
Mhm.
so that is
Nice.
Ooh.
Oh,
so that's it's resistant though, so that's 8 damage, and then another 4 booming blade damage of thunder. So that's 12 damage total.
It'll be another
All
D8, right? Because it's a crit.
Oh, I'm okay.
Right.
Yeah. I wasn't sure if I would. I don't know. I didn't know if the crit would apply to booming blade or not.
any
so-
damage
Yeah.
dice roll.
Yeah, and he
I
rolled
think-
your dice, yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
8, 12, so 20 damage. 10 booming. Yeah, well, 12 booming, 8 slashing.
all right. Takes it all.
Take that, you wall. I don't know what you're doing here, you wall.
All
Over,
right.
good moves.
All right. Anything else from Ed?
Nope.
All right. Higgs.
So he's gonna re-engage here, and now his double advantage. Let's
Mm-hmm.
booming blade attack here. You know, and I was gonna put Hexblade's curse on him too, which would have given me a fucking critical. But anyways, I didn't. So 26 to hit.
Mm.
So he's gonna take this and well, half of this. 7 points of slashing.
All right.
And then he's gonna also take this and thunder. 2 points in thunder, and then so all right, well, finally good one. 6 points in necrotic, so 8 more points. So it's 15 total.
Oh, all right.
And that's gonna do it. Yeah, I'm done.
All right. Orville.
Okay, Orville's going to cast Frost again because this is working for him. So please roll a Constitution save.
All
Of
right.
13.
13, yes. I think he knows now.
Less than 13.
Is that part of your stuff? Is that
Well-
a can? You have a cantrip?
That is a
what it
can- yes.
6.
All right. Biggity bang. That will be 6 frost damage.
Oh, all right.
It's from my feet, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
is it?
Yeah, it's from
Oh, what that Strixhaven feature? The
Druidic Warrior.
oh.
All right.
Yeah. So, and I'll be like, Aquafina.
Oh, is that a fighting style? That might be a fighting style.
Yeah, it's a fighting
He
style.
did,
Yeah.
yeah.
Cool.
That's pretty. But I did get a. Well, I think.
No,
Did
it's
you
fighting because like paladins you can get cleric cantrips as a fighting style too.
Blessed warrior.
Yeah.
Your feet is wood elf magic,
Which I think also gave me cantrips.
which you have infestation with, and then your fighting style is druidic warrior, where you got frostbite and poison spray from.
I get please off of Aquafina. Aquafina, go bite him.
Mhm.
Nice.
She's gonna go bite. I want to make sure she's near him.
Why won't you
Oh.
die?
What?
You were just gimping your girl lately, man.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Stop holding her back.
She's been scared.
It was the
That
fireworks.
Yeah,
That
it was.
a critical melee attack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't want a custom roll. You wanted a critical melee attack on this.
100.
It was a 94.
Whew, that was close to
Ooh.
90.
Mm-hmm.
Would not recommend a 98.
No.
No, sir. Didn't like it.
1 star. Yeah.
Like it.
Your attack ricochets back at you and hits yourself. Roll your
Hey!
damage
Oh,
as if you hit your target and apply it to yourself.
Aquafina bites herself for 5 damage.
Bites your
She
tongue.
chipped a tooth. She chipped a tooth.
Mhm.
Oh, God.
Bitter tongue.
Got All right. Anything else?
No. Aquafina puts her hands up. Like, how about that? And
All
and
right. Intro.
All right. Nessa goes right after me, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to yell at her, hoping she hits. Hit him hard, send him to the grave, and I'm going to channel divinity, and I'm going to use path to the grave.
Mhm.
So I curse one creature I can see. Oh, did I move? Yeah, he's within 30 feet of me. Yep. I cast one creature I can see within 30 feet of me, and until the end of my next turn. The next time you or an ally hits the cursed creature with an attack, that creature is vulnerable to all the attack's damage.
oh, sick.
That's cool.
Well,
Yep. And then
That might be a.
so if it's already vulnerable to bludgeoning, does that mean she gets it again?
no,
No.
doesn't stack.
Oh,
Okay.
damn.
Yeah,
That's okay.
I mean, she's gonna hit with a bludgeoning attack. I don't know if you want to use that. I mean, you can if you want to. I mean, assuming.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not nearly as cool. I was hoping it'd
Yeah,
do
that's-
extra.
Quadruple
Yeah.
damage.
It doesn't
Does it
stack.
have-
There's a
Uh,
chance. There's a chance that it doesn't hit, and then all of Fang's damage goes on, gets doubled.
Oh,
back.
word.
Mhm.
So
You can hold your action, Nessa, and then take the attack after. What's the same?
yeah, because I don't have any spells up. So yeah. Can I hold? Yeah, if Nessa doesn't, or I could just hit this thing with it. I'll save it.
I mean, I'll just hold an
Just
action.
Toll the dead it. Just go boom.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. I'll go ahead and Toll the Dead because it's taken good enough
All
damage.
right.
Then I save. I was hoping we get a short rest after this, so I get it back anyways. So.
Mhm.
I'll just Toll the Dead. Wisdom save 15. Don't have my game log.
How about a 1?
Is less than 15.
mhm.
Not a D10, D12.
All right.
12. Ooh. Oh, stay on that 12. Don't roll. Oh, I'll take 2 11s.
Oh, yeah.
22 points of
Fuck.
necrotic damage.
Nice.
Oh,
Wow.
shit.
2 11s.
How's that look?
Mm.
Ah,
Nice.
sweet. Okay.
Good thing you did that.
Yeah.
Told
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, so you just get surrounded by this dark blue, giant bell energy, and then just rattles, and it just rattles, busts apart, and fades into dust.
Love it.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh.
Nice.
Work.
All right.
Save channel limit.
So actually, when you did your harness, the divine
Yeah,
sense,
yeah.
that actually burned your channel divinity.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's got its own little box.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
some reason it doesn't cross it out like
Oh,
it should.
my
Like,
bad.
yeah,
Yeah.
it should do that, but it doesn't. Yeah,
Okay.
that's actually a third option for your channel divinity.
Mhm.
Is really what it. pretty
Okay.
much-
Well, then never mind. Anyways,
No, it's a good thing you did
Yeah.
do
I
that.
just it didn't cry. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
two,
Yeah,
there's two
it's-
boxes, so I just
Yeah,
thought it was
moot
weird.
at this point, but
Yeah.
but for future reference, that is how that works.
And once you
I
get past
shall-
6th level and you get a second one, it's kind of, you could do it then or right before you're about to take a short rest type of thing.
Okay,
All
I'll
right.
write that down because that is weird. Okay,
All right.
cuckoo.
So at this point, what would the group like to do?
Well, I'm sifting through the crumbled
Yeah.
remains of whatever this thing is.
All right. Um.
Yeah, let's-
hmm.
Ed's
That
gonna
makes
take a
sense.
femur with him just in case there's more skeletons later on. That way you can hit them harder.
I'm gonna search for the ring of spell storing that I know is in here. somewhere.
Can
Alright.
I just can I take a glance around, see if anything's coming, if I hear, see anything, or
So give me your
get a spidey sense or something?
perception from Indra.
Guidance. Ooh. Seems unfair to roll this on top of that, but I'm going to anyways.
Damn.
Ooh.
Wow.
26 plus, because I
Huh.
had guidance on top of that, so I don't know if I rolled it or not.
Come on, 30.
Yeah.
I really want one. I'll take a 29.
Close.
Mhm.
There is nothing on the horizon.
I'll let everybody know if we want to maybe short rest. Here seems good.
I was going to actually want to send Corvo into the cave and try to scout that out real quick.
All right.
Mhm.
As Corvo goes into there, probably like 15, 20 feet into it, it's like a wall of rock.
Does it seem like the same roll of rock that we just fought? I mean,
Mhm.
Like it's dead end.
mhm. All right,
Just a little
yeah.
recessed area.
All right, everybody. This little indent over here. There's you got 3 walls over here. If we do end up taking the rest at a site at a mine type of thing.
All right.
Nothing's
All
more
right,
comfortable than cave naps. Nothing.
Mhm.
Mm.
Yes, hold on. I've got to pick up both my magic items. Here.
So question. The swarms of skeletons. Did they were just skelly boys or did they have little weapons on them and stuff like that?
So they had the
Cloak of the Magi.
No, I just want to know if they were I just want to know if they were armed or unarmed because like obviously hitting in a skeleton with an axe wasn't working that well and we all noticed Nessa doing really good. So I was figuring like if I get something like the whack better with, it's all about the improvement of the whacking,
Yes.
You gotta whack them bones, baby.
Gotta whack them off.
Mm-hmm. Right off. Just get that arm off, get that leg off, get them all off.
I mean, they had a
Basically, I'm looking for a club. That's what I'm looking for. Or if I could find a bone big enough to
Yeah.
use as a club. That's the end game of what I'm trying to ask you.
I mean, can't you just take the bone and use that as a club? I mean,
That's what I'm hoping for. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for.
Bone is an improvised weapon. Well, yeah, it'd be the same though, right?
It's
Well.
such a club. I mean,
Yeah.
I just want to whack somebody with a femur.
Fair.
I mean, like an investigation check.
Yeah, I will burn my inspiration if I get this bad.
What do you have
Worth
to
it.
roll to
Worth
miss a femur in a pile of bones?
So with a 13, should I burn my inspiration, Brett?
You want the extra hit? Yeah, sure.
I'm doing it. Ha! Fuck.
Oh, it's worse.
Oh,
Mhm.
All right. So what's a 13
both
get
of
me?
your inspiration rolls. It's so bad.
It's a bunch of bones.
Damn it. No club-like femurs. Nobody had like a weird growth on them or anything.
No.
If I see him like digging around, can I just like pull my quarterstaff out and be like, "Do you want this?"
Yes.
It's not as cool as a bone, but
I just want to be able to bone better. That's all I want to do. But I appreciate it. After we're done with the bones, it's all yours. I'll go buy one in town. But
All right.
I
wash
appreciate
it first, please, then return it.
Are you guys getting letters like that in the mail? There's always letters telling me.
Mhm.
No? Okay. Continue the mission.
All right. What's the roll?
I borrowed her quarterstaff for the remainder of our jaunt.
Mm-hmm.
So I can
No,
bone better.
gonna go and she's just gonna be like, I don't mean to be selfish, but I really need to rest, so I'm gonna go and do that. I don't know who wants to take first watch. I could take second though. And then she's just gonna go into the little cave and like have a good rest because she's kind of cut up and fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna roll some hit die?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, let me know what you get back because I can throw a healing word or a prayer of healing or something if you're not like if your hit die suck.
Are we taking a long?
Well,
yeah,
we
we're
taking a
taking a long
short-
or short.
Oh, good point.
Does it matter? Yes, guys.
Justin, what do you want to do? Long, short?
I'm down. I'm just down for a short rest. But if anybody wants to try and take a long rest, it depends on how. It really depends on the situation. Because are we on a time limit for this, or are we not on a time limit for it?
Yeah.
That's the real question.
Well, I
Because
believe
how loud were we fighting skeletons? Because we know there are people on this island that were trying to be like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Back.
we were booming a lot of blades before. So
Or
Mm-hmm.
Well, it doesn't really matter because I think Eladrin's only trance
Yeah.
for 4 hours. So technically, if you want, I don't know how long is a short rest usually.
An hour.
Oh, just an hour.
Mhm.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter to me. Whatever you
yeah,
guys
'cause-
wanna-
I have one third level spell slot left, so I can throw down like a third level prayer of healing to help with hit point because like well I don't know, you don't get your key points back on a short rest, or do you?
yeah.
I think
Yeah.
she does. Yeah.
But
I
I'm
mean,
good with key points right now, though. Anyway, so
yeah.
Yeah, I could throw down. I got my second level slot back, so I could throw down a second level healing word.
Do you get any
Uh,
spells back on short rests or anything
I
fancy?
only get my channel divinity
There you
back.
go.
in any
Yeah,
spell.
and you're at a spell, so you're the one in the most need of a short rest right now because I have like I'd get a spell back and my second wind back on the
Mhm.
short rest.
Yeah.
Haste gets his warlock spells back. Fang, are you missing anything?
I'm about half, but I could get it back a second level spell slot, and I'd be okay for spells. I mean, I'd have 3 and 2 1s and a 3, or 2
Yeah,
1s
and
and a
then-
2.
And then Orville, Mr. Redenbacher, what do you need a short like what's your situation right now, bud?
I'm pretty good, honestly.
Okay.
I've been using cantrips and
So we should take a short rest and then we'll move forward and
Mhm.
see
Yeah.
what if we get into real trouble. We can always just dip like cowards. I mean, heroes. Like heroes.
Mm.
it's called.
Yeah, and I can throw like a second level like healing word to get everybody's hit points back up if their hit dice suck, and then I can use my channel divinity up again because my channel divinities are just okay. So I can use my channel divinity up and get that spell slot back. So it's basically free. So
Yeah.
Okay.
And you have that badass cantrip anyway, so
So and I
you will
and I've
forever
still
be
got
effective.
and I've still got a whole bunch of first levels left, and
Yeah.
I'll be decently good. And I still got a third level in case anybody dies. So yeah.
So we'll
I'm
take a
good with
power
a short.
nap.
I can do a short. Short would be better.
All right, cool. We'll do a short then. Sounds
All
good.
right.
Or,
And then
well,
I'll cast a prayer of healing for everybody if they're not going to use their hit die, or use their hit die and then this.
Mm-hmm.
So let me.
Vic?
Oh. Yeah, bards.
okay. Well, I'm gonna while I still have flight left, I'm gonna tell the group that like, oh, go ahead and set up shop here. I'm gonna go fly ahead a little bit and check out what's in our immediate vicinity.
All right.
So it waits 2 hours for you to finish your thing,
Well,
and then we'll
don't
take a short
no,
rest.
because I only have. I mean, I have no because of like let's say 20 minutes out, 20 minutes back. But
Mhm.
don't use any hit dice until I get back.
Nice. Oh, don't.
Don't expend any.
The second you
Well,
said that, his
I mean, well,
thing
you
popped
can, I
up for hit
guess.
dice.
You can, I guess, but there's a
Does
benefit.
Song of Healing have to be done when you use your hit dice, or it could
Well,
be
because
any
it's supposed to
time?
be a performance. It's
I think
supposed
it's
to be a
during the
performance.
rest you're supposed to be doing it.
You're supposed to do a song, and it's supposed to be during that song or whatever.
I think it's the short rest has to happen at the same time as a song of rest or whatever it's called.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I would say like this. I would say the first like 20 minutes is just like,
Well,
or until I get back.
While we dig through crap and go move over into the cave, you do your thing, and then by the time you get back, we'll have started our rest, and then you can do the song of rest on top of it.
Mhm.
It doesn't have to be.
Yeah,
All
and I threw out 15 as long as you guys all gather around me before you take off. I threw out 15 healing to everybody.
Cool.
Nice.
I got my ass beat so hard.
Yeah, I mean, if Higgs is going, I'm just for shits and giggles. I would set up a alarm like kind of at this choke point as we like search around for here.
As you're
Well, before I took off, did I find anything in this pile of whatever this is?
Give me your D12.
D12. All right.
Mhm.
Five.
You find a mass of rib cages.
A mass of rib cages.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty fancy.
Makes sense.
Okay. I don't know. I offer that to the group. Hey, does anybody need some rib cages? I don't know. I can't do nothing with this. Take off.
I think I had my fill in playing the xylophone before, actually, so I'm good.
I mean, maybe if there was some meat on those bones, that would have been a different story. But
sand meat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's kind of gritty, if you ask me. That's not a sandwich, as some people would say.
You say a sandwich, I definitely look at Orville. Be like,
Make a fucking little sand sandwich, like a sand cat.
Yeah. All right.
All right. So yeah, Higgs is going to take off and just kind of survey the immediate area.
Okay. All right. Anything else before we call it a night?
Justin, did you take those 15 points of healing?
I did. Thank you.
I just was checking to make sure everybody was. So you're
Yeah, I'm
really
almost
you're
back to
really the
full
only
health.
one who's still pretty hurt.
Yeah, but if we're taking a short rest and then there's a song of healing, that should be. I'll blow my fucking hit dice.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about that.
Yeah,
I'll use all of
you'll,
them.
but yeah, everybody else should be good then after that. So we should.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Cool.
Cool.
All right. So we'll call it there for tonight. Any questions or any concerns before we call it a night?
No.
No.
All right. So I hope y'all had fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And does anybody have anything before Friday?
No.
No.
Okay.
Did your wife
Alright.
get to play D&D yet, Brett? Because I don't play on Fridays.
Yeah.
How's she
Um,
liking? Yeah.
No.
Yeah. 2 nights. So she'll be there Friday.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, because you're traveling back last week, right?
Yep.
Ah.
Yep.
Well, hope she has fun.
Oh,
Mhm.
thank you. Thank you. Y'all have a good rest of the night. Tomorrow I will see y'all Friday, and Ed, I'll see you next week.
Roger, Roger.
Sounds good.
Oh, wait,
Cool.
Marie, call me on Facebook Messenger before you guys go to bed.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Thanks for the game.
Later.
Bye, guys.